sick of this. This house is too small for all of us. Why can't you and Brayden go find somewhere else to live? Why can't the two of you find your own house already? Don't you think it's a little strange to still be living with your in-laws?
Alice, seriously? Again? I thought we talked about this. If I have to spell it out for you again, I will. After Brayden and I got married, we decided to move in with your parents in order to save money and help them maintain the property.
They could have asked me to help out instead of the two of you. You moved into my old room. I don't feel welcome in that house anymore.
But you hadn't come back to the house once in 7 years. We thought the room was free for the taking. Why would your parents ask you to help out when you dropped off the face of the planet for 7 years? Did you even contact your folks once to let them know where you were?
I was just being young and impulsive, that's all. It's not a big deal. I was too busy to come back and explain everything. But now I'm home again and I want my room back.
Your parents assumed you would never return home, you know? They thought you would cut contact for good. When you showed up out of the blue last night, everyone was shocked. You could have at least called beforehand. Brayden and I are confused by your behavior as well, to be frank. You can't expect everyone to move on like nothing happened.
I had no choice but to come back. It's not like I want to be here either. My boyfriend broke up with me and kicked me out of the apartment. I've been out of a job for months and I've got nowhere else to stay. Where was I supposed to go? A homeless shelter? Anyways, I thought y'all would be happy to see me after all these years. I was only gone for 7 years. I can't believe Mom and Dad would sell my stuff and move you two into my room without even asking me first.
Again, I'm sorry about your things, but we really didn't think you'd be coming back to the house. Since Brayden and I are expecting, we needed to get rid of as much clutter as possible. A nursery requires quite a bit of space, you know? Brayden's childhood room is going to be the nursery, so we moved into your old room.
Maybe instead of selling all of my precious childhood memories, you could have gotten rid of some of your own stuff. You and Brayden both have a bunch of unnecessary stuff you could have sold instead. Like that stuffed animal collection of yours, or his game systems. You could have at least put my stuff into storage instead of getting rid of it. I don't understand why you had to sell it. At least give me the money you made. Why can't you just put a crib next to the bed in my brother's room? I don't understand why a baby needs an entire room to itself.
Do you really intend on moving back into this house for good? I hope you realize what that entails.
What's so wrong with that? I'm still in my 20s. I've got time to burn laying around my parents' house. I want to take a break from paying rent and cooking for myself anyways.
Who told you that living here is a free ride? You'll be expected to pay rent here too, you know? You've missed a lot these past 7 years. Your parents aren't as able-bodied as they used to be. We've already got a good system in place for sharing the housework. If you've really got your heart set on moving back in here, you better talk to your parents first. Not me.
I don't have to ask them. Of course, they'll let me live here again. I'm their precious baby daughter, after all. They'll be overjoyed to hear that I want to live with them again, right?
Sure, they're happy to see you, but I don't think you fully understand the current housing situation, Alice. If I were you, I'd look for an apartment nearby. The rent out here is fairly affordable.
Then why don't you and my stupid brother go look for an apartment instead? You may be married to Brayden, but you'll never be as close to my parents as me. I'm their daughter. I can't believe they'd be happier with a stranger living in their house than their own daughter. You're just leeching off of their goodwill.
I'm no stranger. I'm their daughter-in-law and Brayden's wife. You and your family are my family too now. I'm no parasite. I pull my weight and do my best to support this family. It's bold of you to make assumptions about my relationship with your parents when you've only been home less than 24 hours.
But you aren't blood. That makes you as good as a stranger in my books. This is my childhood home, not yours. So get out of here and give me back my space! You've got some nerve to take my childhood room without asking me first. You're stealing my family and my home from me. What about that don't you understand? I've got every right to be angry. It's obvious that you're only living with my parents to leech off of them. You're a cancer on our family.
You're taking this way too far, Alice. Will you just stop whining for 1 second and listen to me? Your parents asked us to move in with them because they were unable to maintain the house by themselves. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Your mother has some serious health complications, you know? I moved in here with every intention of becoming her caretaker as she ages. If you were here when your parents needed you, maybe they wouldn't have had to reach out to us in the first place.
What? So now all of this is my fault? Don't try to guilt me now.
Didn't you know? Your mother had a serious stroke 3 years ago. It's a miracle she lived. Her motor skills were significantly impacted. She needs help to do basic tasks around the house now. Without me here to help her out, she would probably be living in an intensive support nursing home right now. What have you done to help out your mother in the past 3 years? You couldn't even send a get well soon card. If you were to live here, you'd just be more trouble for your parents. Unless you're willing to work full-time supporting them.
Don't act all high and mighty because you open pickle jars for Mom sometimes. I am just as capable as you of helping out. Do you really think I'm that helpless? I am an adult and I am more than capable of pulling my own weight.
What have you done to prove it? Sorry, but from everything I've seen, you're nothing more than a selfish child. You ran away from responsibility 7 years ago and now you show up and expect everyone to bend for you. Give me a break. No self-respecting adult would act this way, Alice. You're being absolutely ridiculous and immature.
Watch your tongue, Maria! You've got some nerve. What do you know about me? Huh? Nothing. I can't believe my brother would fall for a snake like you in the first place. Do you think my brother or parents would approve of you speaking to me that way?
Sorry, but I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. I'm just being honest. Even if you are my sister-in-law, I'm not going to give you special treatment. If someone needs to be frank with you for you to even do the smallest amount of self-reflection, then that's the way it has to be.
Shut up! You don't deserve to live in this house. You're taking advantage of my family's kindness and I won't stand for it. A wicked woman like you has no place in my family. I will do whatever it takes to get you out of the picture. Give me back my family. Give me back my home. They have never and will never belong to you. You parasite.
I don't think you understand, Alice. You're the one who was causing trouble. All of us were living peacefully until you showed up last night. Your presence in this home is disrupting everyone. Can't you see that?
All I did was come home. Why is everything suddenly my fault now? I've done nothing to warrant this level of disrespect. You're just overreacting. Do everyone a favor and get out of here already. We are more than capable of living without you here. Everything was fine until you showed up all those years ago. You're the one who broke this family in the first place.
Why are all my clothes scattered in the front yard? What is wrong with you? You did this, didn't you? Come talk to me face to face like an adult if you've got a problem with me.
Of course it was me. Why should I give you my time and energy to talk things out when I could be putting effort into forcing you out instead? Your clothes were in my way, so I took them out of the room. Do you have an issue with that?
You're being completely irrational and immature, Alice. If pouring hot coffee on me earlier wasn't enough, now you're digging through my belongings? That coffee ruined my new maternity dress, you know? These things aren't cheap. You're lucky I wasn't burned. Go and pick up my clothes from the yard this instant. All you're doing is making more work and headache for everyone.
Shut up, you pig! Go do it yourself since you're such a capable and hard-working adult. I hope all your clothes get grass stains on them so they can match your newly coffee-stained dress.
Who are you calling pig? I'm pregnant. At least I've got an excuse to be a little out of shape. What's yours?
Are you sure you aren't using your pregnancy as an excuse to gorge yourself on little Debbie cakes? Just looking at you, I can tell there's a bit more going on there than some pregnancy weight. All I'm saying is the truth. Eat some vegetables unless you want the baby to come out looking like the Michelin Man. That maternity dress wasn't doing you any favors either. You should be thanking me for taking care of it for you.
I'm perfectly healthy, and so is my baby, if you're really that concerned. I didn't think you were worried with my well-being anyway, since you poured boiling liquid all over me this afternoon. Wouldn't that be putting the baby in more danger than having dessert every once in a while?
I'm trying to drive you out. What about that can't you understand? Get it through your thick skull already that you're not wanted here. You should be thanking me for not straight up throwing you onto the street. At least I'm giving you the option to leave on your own accord.
You're really that interested in kicking me out of the house?
Haven't I made that more than obvious? You're a cancer on this family. Get out of here! As the real daughter in this house, it's my job to take out trash like you before you cause any more problems. Don't you understand? I'm doing all this for my family's sake. We don't want or need you.
Oh, really? I'm the one causing problems. What are you talking about? You're the only one here who's got a problem with me. I've done nothing but support your parents and brother.
Get off your high horse already. You're after my parents' money and property, aren't you? You want me out of the picture so you can inherit everything.
When have I ever done anything to give you that ridiculous idea?
Well, for one, the house is always an absolute mess. You're not doing all that much to help out around here, it seems. If you were really here to help out, you'd be doing more housework.
I haven't been able to clean as much lately due to my morning sickness. But that doesn't mean that I'm not still committed to taking care of this house.
Likely story. Blame it on the baby. You're such a little snake. You don't work and you don't clean. All you're doing is laying around eating food bought by my parents. You're nothing more than a parasite on this house. That much is blatantly clear.
You're one to talk. How dare you call me a cancer and parasite when you've done nothing but sabotage me ever since you showed up here? You're the one who's throwing things all over the yard. I'm not the one who made that mess. Maybe you should start worrying about yourself a little more before pointing fingers and calling names, don't you think?
I told you already. Everything I'm doing is to protect my family. I'm in the right here. Just get out of here already and let us live in peace. We don't need you.
Fine, have it your way. We're leaving. I hope you understand the situation you've put yourself in here, though.
Really? You're going? Why didn't you just agree to leave in the first place? I wouldn't have had to go to all this trouble.
Well, I, for one, don't want to deal with someone as insane and immature as you anymore. If you're willing to pour hot coffee on a pregnant woman, who knows what else you're capable of? I'm not going to put myself or my baby in that kind of danger. You should be ashamed. I'm going somewhere we can raise our child in peace. I don't want you anywhere near them.
Stop jabbering already and get your things. I want you out by tonight. If you're not all packed up and ready to go by 9 tonight, I'm trashing it all. You better start packing fast.
I don't need you to tell me twice. I don't want to spend another second around someone like you.
That's fine with me. I don't care what you think about me as long as you're out of our hair for good. Even if you come back here begging for your room back, we're not letting you in. I hope you realize that.
Sure, I'll never come back to this house again. Happy? I hope you understand what you're getting yourself into. Just keep in mind, this is what you wanted.
Nothing better than sleeping in on a Sunday in your own room. I haven't slept that well since I was a kid. Now, time to celebrate by drinking until the sun sets. Chasing you out was the best decision I've made in years. I'm going to throw a huge party to celebrate throwing out the witch.
You slept until 2 p.m. and now you're going to binge drink? Great. Very mature, Alice.
Why not? This is my house and I can do what I want here. Are you jealous?
You really are a piece of work. You've got some nerve calling me a slacker if you can't even get out of bed until mid-afternoon.
Oh, come on. You've got to at least give me one day to relax and celebrate my victory. Today doesn't count. Now that the parasite is out of the house, we'll all have more time to relax anyways.
Oh, really? Everyone is celebrating with you then?
I'm going to enjoy some drinks by myself first. Then I'll bring the party to the rest of the house. I haven't been able to sleep in and drink by myself in ages. This is great. Maybe I'll get some ice cream and have a movie marathon, too. This is the life.
Are you really that drunk already? Haven't you realized anything strange about the house? I wish I could drink and slack off too, but unfortunately I can't, being pregnant and all. Also because I actually have self-respect and adult responsibilities.
What do you care about me and how I live? It's not like you're ever going to be part of my life again anyways. My perfect little family is back to the way it ought to be, finally. Don't you dare try to intervene in our peace again. You hear? All you are is a good-for-nothing, selfish pig of a woman. I bet you aren't even pregnant. You've just let yourself go. I thought only men could manage to get a beer belly that impressive.
You're the one who is drinking the day away and talking about eating ice cream in front of the TV. Worry about yourself first, will you? I don't understand your obsession with my pregnancy and weight, but whatever. As I told you before, I'm never going back to that house. I tried to warn you, but you refused to listen to reason. Good luck dealing with all of that.
What do you mean, warn me? Are you trying to trick me into giving you back the room?
Didn't anyone tell you? It's dangerous to stay in that house for long. You really haven't left your room all day, have you? You're going to regret this, Alice. Don't come crying to me when you realize what's up. Not that I care either way. Good luck, Alice.
What are you talking about? Have the pregnancy hormones driven you mad? You aren't making any sense. I have no regrets. I'm going to be here living large while you struggle to find a shabby apartment you can afford. Taking care of the elderly isn't as difficult as you make it out to be. I'll be fine.
I'm not referring to looking after your parents or the house. You really don't get it, do you? I'll just say this. If you keep living in that house, you're going to have more to worry about than housework and elder care. If I were you, I'd get wise quick and vacate the premises as soon as possible.
Seriously, just spit it out already. What are you talking about? This is just some ploy to get me out of the house so you can take over again, isn't it?
No, and I'm not struggling to find somewhere else to live either. We got the keys for our new home yesterday morning. You intend to keep living in the old house, right? That's what you said, after all.
Of course I'm going to keep living here. What else would I do? The only reason I kicked you out was so that I could have my old room back. Now that I've got it, why would I leave?
I hope you are prepared to live with the consequences. If you don't get out of there soon, you'll be taken with it to the dump.
The dump? What are you saying? Wait, you don't mean... Are they demolishing the house? Why?
Yep. The demolition has been planned for months. Looks like you chose the worst time to come home. The demolition company is coming to set up their machinery tomorrow. You better be out of the house by this weekend if you don't want to be squished under the rubble.
Hold on. Why did nobody tell me about this until now? Why are they demolishing the house? There's nothing wrong with it, right? Did my parents approve of this?
Even if I told you about it, you wouldn't have listened. You didn't give me a chance to explain. Anyways, we're all moving into our new house today. Do us a favor and stay out of it. You're more than welcome to pitch a tent on the empty lot once the house is demolished if you want. Just don't let the real estate company find you there. If you don't believe me, go see for yourself. The demolition notice is on the front door.
What? So my parents aren't here either? Where'd y'all go? Where'd you take everyone?
What about this don't you understand, Alice? While you were sleeping in this morning, we were getting rid of all the extra furniture. The house is empty.
There's no way. You're lying to me. This isn't funny, Maria.
Just get out of your room and go look for yourself already. I'm not lying about anything. We vacated the home for good this morning. If you would have woken up at a normal time, you would have already realized why.
Why? Everything is gone. Where are Mom and Dad? What's going on here? Why are they getting my childhood home demolished?
So, do you believe me now? You better gather your things and get out of there. You're the only one left in the house, and the demolition squad doesn't know you are staying there.
How did you all manage to get all the furniture and stuff out of the house without me noticing? This is insane. Why did nobody tell me you all were moving out? I've been here for a few days.
Ever since you came back home, you've been either drinking, sleeping, out partying, or trying to sabotage me. You didn't give us a chance to talk to you about it.
Where is my family? What did you do to my family?
Jeez, relax. I told you already. We are moving into our new place today. I left 2 days ago since you chased me out of the house, but everyone else arrived in the house earlier this afternoon. We've been planning this move for months.
Months? Where's the new house? Can't I move in there?
Sorry, Alice, but no can do. You've shown all of us that you aren't somebody we want to live with. Braden and your parents are really upset at your behavior, you know? They don't want anything to do with you. You lost your place in our home when you cut everyone off 7 years ago. Your mother had a stroke, and you couldn't even send a card or give us a call.
Of course my parents want me. I'm their only daughter. What are you talking about? I have just as much right to live with my parents as you do. Why didn't they include me in the move?
If you're really that upset, why don't you ask your parents yourself? You've barely talked to them since you came home. Maybe then they would have told you what's wrong with the house and why it has to be demolished. We only found out about all this a couple of months ago. Nobody wanted to move out in the first place, but we had no choice.
I still can't believe my own family abandoned me for a snake like you. What do you have that I don't? All you are is a useless leech.
Real daughter or not, I'm not surprised they don't want anything to do with you. You are the most selfish, childish, immature, insane woman I've ever met. Nobody has time to put up with your horrible behavior.
Fine, I'm not perfect, okay? What's so wrong with that? What makes you any better than me? I'll cancel the demolition and live in this house by myself then. They can't touch it as long as I'm here. What are they going to do? Have them demolish the property with a person inside? That's murder, you know? I'll be fine all by myself. I don't need you. I don't need my dumb brother or my awful parents either.
I really don't recommend that. It's not safe to stay there.
I don't trust a word out of your filthy mouth. What do you know about anything? I refuse to leave this property. End of story. Leave me here to live in peace.
If you really, really want to live in that house, you're more than welcome. Just don't come crying to me when your health starts failing. The whole house is riddled with asbestos and lead, you know?
Asbestos? What's that? Are you making up words to scare me now? I don't believe in lead poisoning anyways. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm a young and healthy woman.
If you didn't catch my hints earlier, I'll spell it out for you now. Staying in that house is dangerous. You'll be poisoned. We wanted to keep living in that house, but there was nothing we can do to get rid of all the dangerous materials. Every wall is filled with asbestos. It's a material that used to be used for insulation until they found out that it causes cancer. Just because you don't believe in lead poisoning or asbestos doesn't mean it won't hurt you. Living in that house is dangerous.
Why would they use something like that for insulation in this house then? Can't we just re-insulate the walls?
I already told you. It's too expensive to fix. We would have had to rebuild the whole property. We all started noticing health complications, so we got the house tested, and sure enough, it was the lead pipes and insulation that were the cause. The entire house is constructed out of these dangerous materials. It's a miracle your parents have been able to live here for this long without developing aggressive cancer. That's why we decided to move and get that house demolished. The insurance company helped us out with buying the new place and scheduling the demolition. Anyways, if you cancel the demolition with the insurance company now, you'll have to pay for it yourself out of pocket.
No way! You've got to be kidding me. After all these years, you choose now to demolish the house? I just got home!
We didn't have a choice. Also, you just showed up out of nowhere. How were we supposed to know? So, that's the whole story. Are you happy now? That's why we all moved over to a new house. That house is not a suitable living environment anymore. If you want to stay there, you are putting your own health at risk.
Why'd all of you leave without me then? You could have at least woken me up to tell me what was happening earlier.
We held a family meeting and decided it was best to keep you out of it. We've also decided that it would be best for everyone if we cut contact with you.
Cut contact? But I finally got home! Did my mom and dad really agree to that? What did I do to deserve this treatment? Give me a break already!
Frankly, your actions over the past couple of days have shown everyone that you're not someone we want to live with. In other words, your behavior towards everyone, since you came home, has been completely unforgivable.
But I was just trying to protect my family! They can't do this to me! Why would they choose you over their real daughter? I don't understand! You're nothing more than a parasite! A cancer! I deserve better than you! Why can't anyone else see that?
You're the one who burst in here and made assumptions about our living situation. You're the one who attacked a pregnant woman with hot coffee. Protecting your family? From what? We were living happily and peacefully without you. It sounds like you think I'm a stay-at-home wife, but the truth is that I work for the same company as Brayden.
Then why weren't you at work? Why were you at home this whole time?
I'm on maternity leave. I took leave earlier on account of my severe morning sickness. It's not my responsibility to tell you when and where I work. And you shouldn't have assumed I was unemployed. Brayden and I both pay rent each month. Furthermore, we cover most of the housing and food costs. If you're still stuck on calling me a parasite, you should know that I actually make more money than Brayden.
What? How? You don't seem like the kind to be in a high-paying job.
What makes you think that you know me well enough to make that judgment? Believe it or not, I'm technically Brayden's boss. I asked to be put in charge of a different section, though, because I didn't want our jobs to intrude on our personal life. Anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is that I am the primary breadwinner in this family. I've been supporting your parents financially since you left 7 years ago.
You're kidding, right? You're a big fat liar. I don't believe you. You're making all this up so that you can feel justified in leaving me behind. I won't accept this.
You don't have to believe me. You're not going to be part of any of our lives anymore anyways. Whether you believe me or not, it doesn't change the fact that you've got to get out of that house and find somewhere else to live fast. Your parents rely heavily on me not only for money, but also for help around the house. The final straw for everyone here was you kicking me out on the street. You've made a big mistake, Alice.
So that's why my family is cutting me off? This is so unfair! Tell them to rethink it!
Who would you choose if you were in their position? A selfish, violent brat, or a woman who provides for the family? It's an obvious decision. You gave up your place in this family the minute you ran away from home 7 years ago. Now that you know what's going on, what are you going to do next?
What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to live now? I don't have the money to rent my own place right now. And my ex isn't going to let me live with him again. If I keep living here, I'm putting my health at risk, right? I don't know what to do.
You'd be fine living there for a short period of time if you keep proper ventilation. But if you cancel the demolition now, you'll have to pay for it. If you decide to stay there long term, you're putting yourself at risk for lung cancer, leukemia, lead poisoning, and a slew of other conditions. I don't know if you know this, but Brayden was starting to get abscesses inside his lungs and stomach only a few years after moving back in with your parents. I was also developing a suspicious cough. That's why we got the house tested in the first place.
Now that I know all that, there's no way I'll be able to stay here. I'm too scared to sleep in this room anymore. Come on, you've got to help me out. What am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to go? I've got no money and no family anymore. Let me live with all of you in your new house. You'll tell my parents to change their minds, right?
Sorry, but no can do. None of us want to put up with your insane overreactions. Why would I invite someone who poured boiling coffee on me and kicked me out on the street into my new home?
But I'm your sister-in-law. We're family. You'll forgive me, right? You're just going to leave me here alone in a condemned house? Nobody in my family will stick up for me? Not one person wants to live with me.
Yes, that's right. Figure it out for yourself like an adult. Nobody is going to come to save you, Alice.
What did I do? Why? I deserve better than this. I deserve a new house. You're all awful. How could you be so cold? I'm family.
Please, you said it yourself. You're nothing more than a parasite. All you intended to do was live for free in your parents' house and slack off for a while until you found another man to leech off of. Simply put, you're the cancer on this family. So I'd appreciate it if you kept far away from all of us. After that, Alice left the house and made her way to a 24-hour McDonald's where she lived for a week before she was kicked out. I've heard from friends that she has been couch surfing since. It seems that she's struggling with alcohol addiction and has been in and out of the homeless shelter and hospital multiple times. Due to her unkempt appearance and substance problems, she's been unable to hold down a legal job. Braden and I welcomed our first child, a girl, soon after settling into our new home. It's been wonderful having the in-laws around to help take care of the baby. I was able to return to work a few months after giving birth and have been enjoying getting back into the swing of everyday life. At some point, Alice figured out our new address and showed up at the door, but her parents called the police and got a restraining order against her. We installed security cameras around the property and have been living safely and quietly since the incident. While it is unlikely that we will ever see Alice again, I hope she is able to turn her life around and start over at some point. From now on, all of our focus is on providing the baby with the happiest childhood we can. I'm looking forward to watching her grow up in this house. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment below. Subscribe so that you never miss a new video. See you in the next one!